Okay, we want to find the equation of a line if the x-intercept is -5 and the y-intercept is -7. Well, picture never hurts. Okay, so here we've got a line, and we'll say the x-intercept is at -5, and of course that would put the point at -5, 0, and the y-intercept is -7, meaning we have the point 0, -7, not -7, 0. And here's our line. Okay, we can use the procedure we used over here. That would be perfectly valid. We do have an error in this procedure that we'll come back and fix. No error in the procedure. We have an error in some simple arithmetic that I kind of overlooked, okay? And hopefully you saw it when I did it. Okay, anyhow, we'll come back and fix that. We could use the same procedure, but what I'm going to say is we have a fundamental triangle here. And without doing the calculations, it's pretty clear that the run is 5, at least if we go in this direction from this point to this point. And the rise, as we go from here to here along this path, the run is in the positive direction, the rise is in the negative direction. We go from 0 to -7, so the rise is -7. So the slope is rise over run, which equals 5 over -7, or just -5/7. Now we could use the point slope form with either of our points and the slope that we have. We could proceed to construct a fundamental triangle between one of our points and the point xy, find the expression for that slope and set it equal to -5/7. But in this case, really the easiest thing to do is, okay, the equation is y equals mx plus b. In this case, m is the slope, which is -5/7, and b is your y-intercept, or more specifically, 0b is your y-intercept. So, well, we have 0, -7. That's the y-intercept. So b equals -7. Thus, our equation is y equals mx plus b. So y equals -5/7 x minus 7. And that's it. Probably the easiest way to get the equation, since one of our points happens to be the y-intercept. Now, if we had a different situation where one of our points wasn't the y-intercept, we'd either use this formula, or if we really want to understand what's going on, we draw the fundamental triangles and set the two slopes equal. Okay? Well, let's come back to this and see where I made my error. I had to look at it just for a minute. Now, remember, we worked very logically through this, and I got an equation using the two pictures, using the two fundamental triangles and setting the two slopes equal. I got this equation, which is the same as this equation. And then, using the slope -1/9 that I got up here, I obtained the equation again, and I got the same thing. Okay, this adds up to this. And then I plugged the point that I didn't use with my point slope form, the point that I didn't use when I drew the second fundamental triangle, the point that I used with the point xy on the line. So I went back to the slope that I got here and I plugged that in. Got the same thing, but when I plugged the -2, 4 coordinates in, they didn't work out. When x is -2, -1/9 x is 2/9. If I add 2/9 to 32/9, I don't get 4. and y has to be 4 when x equals -2. So I did something wrong, and it turns out to have just been a simple bonehead error. My slope isn't -1/9 because my run is 5 minus -2, which is 5 plus 2. And I must have had a 4 in my head someplace because I know darn well what 5 plus 2 is. But I got 9, and that should have been 7. So my 1/9 here should have been, well, my -1/9 should have been, and I just wrote 1/9 again, didn't I, is -1/7. So I should have had -1/7 here, and -1/7 here, which would have given me a -1/7 here. And then my 5/9 is no longer 5/9, it's -1/7 times 5, it's 5/7. Okay. Then if I add 5/7 to 3, 3 is 21/7. 21/7 and 5/7 is 26/7. So this would come out -1/7 x plus 26/7. And that's exactly what I would get over here if I replace my 9 in the denominator by 7. And this would have come out, cross this out, plus 26/7. Now if I plug in -2 for x, down here I get -1/7 times -2, that's 2/7. I add 2/7 to 26/7, and I get 28/7. And 7 goes into 28 4 times. So my result on this side is 4, so y equals 4, and that does check. Now the error is fixed, and it's okay. So again, I hope you saw what I did up here. I hope you're paying close enough attention to see that I miscalculated that run. Okay, very simple arithmetic. As I say, I probably had a 4 in my head from someplace, from here, and didn't pay attention to the numbers that I actually wrote down. Okay, well, there we have it.